guys, Emilio Espinoza with Espinoza and Associates, and I'm here to do your market stats for May 2021. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but as you can imagine, the market was very, very busy. And the reason I'm using the word was is because if we look at the market since March, sales have cooled down quite a bit. As a matter of fact, when I'm looking at the numbers, from March until now, sales are down about 23.65% overall. So I'm talking about the overall real estate market in the GTA. That's what we're down, from March till May. When you're looking at from April till May, you're looking at about 12.5% decrease in sales. But what hasn't changed much, and has seen very subtle and very small incremental adjustments, I would say, is pricing. Pricing in some of these the markets that we've been seeing. If we're looking at Peel, Halton, City of Toronto, they've experienced some price adjustments, but 1 or 2% upwards, 1 or 2% downwards, or stayed the same. So even though sales, the number of sales that we've had, have adjusted considerably, pricing hasn't really been impacted that much. Something else that's noteworthy is our active listings. When you look at active listings from March till May, we're up about 5% of inventory that's still in the market. And when you're looking at new inventory or new listings on the market, when comparing April to May, we're down about 10.75%. Now, the reason I'm spewing these numbers to you is just so that you understand where the market really is, or where it's been, where it is today, where it has come from, and where we're probably going to be heading. When we looked at Peel, Halton, and the City of Toronto, if you look at detaches, semis, townhomes, and scary enough, even if you look at the condo market, the pricing, if the pricing on a month-to-month, and since March really hasn't, and it's, again, sorry, another thing that I should mention is the reason I'm mentioning March is that was the start of our spring market. So when you're looking at these 4 segments of real estate, detached, semis, freehold townhouses, condos, the pricing hasn't really shifted or changed as drastically as everybody, I think, was anticipating when these new stress test rules came into effect on June the 1st. I know we did experience for about a week or so, 2 weeks, where people are waiting to see what happens. Are we going to have the same impact that we've had with the previous, when we had the previous introduction to the stress test? Are we going to have the same impact in the market as that happened back then? And the answer is, it doesn't appear so. It doesn't appear that the pricing have been impacted yet. Are they going to be impacted? I don't know. Right now we're looking at the heated market that we've experienced. Has been a lot of it fueled by local markets. As vaccines have rolled out, as we're getting, the rules are becoming more open and less restrictive. What will be interesting is once immigration opens up, what will the landscape, no pun intended, what would the landscape of real estate for our market will look like? Right now, again, it's been local market, it's been our local economy, local people that have been fueling this. Well, what's going to happen is when the borders open, and now we're getting immigration coming in and looking at making the entry level or looking at housing, etc. What's interesting is human behavior is human behavior. When looking at other parts of the world, when you're looking at real estate, I just heard from a client who's looking at making a move to the U.S. and specifically, Dallas. They're saying that they basically have 0 months, basically, of inventory. Like, it's almost like the house comes up and you gotta be almost like at the computer waiting for it to hit the market, because people just want to get something. I think as people reevaluate their lifestyles, as people reevaluate their financing, they're finding that they want to make a move, they want to get more space, and you're getting that across Chicago, you're getting that in New York, you're getting that in all these big markets, and we've had that here. So I'm telling you this because human behavior is human behavior, and eventually people want to get more space. So I think that the lull or the pause that we're having right now in this market is because of buyer fatigue and new introduction of the stress test. So keep that. I think this will be short-lived. I think this may be momentarily like this, and I think it's going to pick up again. Something that I'd like to point out too, and also bring to your attention, and that nobody's talking about, is the rental market. Look at Toronto, Mississauga, which are two most predominant rental markets, where I know in Toronto, people were giving 3, 4, 6 months of reduced rent just in order to get a candidate. What I think is going to happen is, I think now once they announce rules and things opening up, and again, immigration, students coming into the country, I think that's going to change. And I think that the sleeping giant of our rental market has been dormant for too long, and I think that come the fall time, it's going to be very robust. So if you're an investor and you've lived through this and you've survived this far, hang in there. I think, let me make sure that's not a landlord. No, it's not a landlord calling me right now. But if you have been a landlord, you've survived this long, I think hang in there. I think this is going to change. And if you're a person who's looking at, a student or somebody who's looking at rent, I think now is your opportunity for you to get in the market, because I think in the upcoming months, this is really, really going to change. And now we're going to go from that heated selling market into a heated rental market. Other areas of experiencing the same thing, especially in New York, where last year they were going through the same thing here. I'm reading articles where it's robust, and it's just 6, 7 offers per unit. Something will go in at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and by 8 p.m. they already have had 100 inquiries. I think we're going to be experiencing the same thing, so look out for that. That's my market update. I look forward to giving you guys some more insights and seeing where this heads, and hopefully that you guys can enjoy your summer and get out there and start enjoying this weather. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys soon.